Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You have the Pokemon Professor here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 6 team builder for the UPBWL. If you haven't already shown some support, joined us on this journey, and dropped us up, go ahead and do it. Okay, leave a like, say, hey, I like you, and don't be weird about it, you know. If you missed it, our Week 4 matchup, and I know this is Week 6, but Week 4, it was our last game we played because Week 5 we got the forfeit win, and I'll take them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to complain. A dub's a dub. But it always kind of sucks taking those weeks off because your gears are greased, your light bulbs are fucking brightened, your spit shined, and I was in the mood to play some Vons. But Week 4 we did beat Coach Aaron and ended his undefeated streak. And Week 5 we got the forfeit win, and Week 6 we gonna keep it up. We're, I think, 4-1 at this point. We're looking pretty good for playoffs. I think I have 3 weeks after this, so Week 6, 7, and 8 for the season to ensure playoffs. So every win matters at this point. But this week we play Coach Lame Burrito in his Los Angeles Lanterns. As you can see on screen, I don't know why I emphasized the L's so much there. My opponent, he has a pretty something team, and I'm not even trying to talk shit. I can't decide if it's just like super offensive or just super bulky and stall. Definitely a pain to kind of prep for, because you want to kind of prep for both, because he has things like the Deoxys attack, the Corviknight, Giratina, Mamoswine, Volcarona, Klefki, Alamomola, Ampharos, Terra Breloom, and Umbreon. And I guess he's Terra Ampharos too. But out of those Pokemon, the 6 that I expect or I'm kind of going to prep for are going to be Deoxys attack. It's fast as fuck. It gets up spikes. It hits hard. The Corviknight, I have a Sand team, so I expect him to, bring that thing. Giratina, it's a fucking nuisance in itself. It's his Uber. Those are 3. I could see the Mamoswine coming. Could be Choice Scarf. Could not. Could be something like AV with a Heavy Slam or Superpower to hit the T-Tar. I think Shard's going to be good priority. Crash, I don't want to say Edge Quake, but Ice Quake coverage is always a pain to switch into. Could see the Alamomola coming, just being some kind of bulky Wish support Mon with boots, or AV support bullshit to just take hits, get out. Could see a Terra Breloom as well. I think if he brings either of his Terra Captains, it's going to be Breloom, just to apply pressure and hit hard. And then could also see the Umbreon, so I think I gave you 7. So we're 1 better. But going into this week, like I said, pretty annoying team to prep for, things like that. The very first thing that I'm going to be bringing this week, okay, we're back. The very first thing I'm bringing this week is my Spanish 2, the Zapdos. Look at me being all fancy. I got moving shit. I got the moves up here. What's next for you, boy? But timid Zapdos this week. Running enough speed for something like the Mamoswine if he's jolly. And really this thing is just here to apply a lot of pressure. If I get a static, awesome. But outside of that, the Mamoswine is going to be his only switch into the Volt Switch. And in fact, it does a lot of offensive pressure. Anything that would want to switch into the Volt Switch, such as a Mamoswine, well, we can kind of two-shot it with Hurricane, depending if he's AV and if I have rocks up, things like that. The Volcarona doesn't want to switch into it, even though it could take the Volt Switch. Giratina, depending on his spread, doesn't want to take a couple Hurricanes, and if we have rocks up, pressure that thing early on. Umbreon doesn't want to take a Hurricane too much. Breloom doesn't want to. I just really like an offensive Zapdos this week. I have Roost. Ignore my typo. I'm making baby steps. I have Roost this week again, just for longevity. The Air Cutter as well. It could be pressure on the Giratina. Maybe I got to play for a crit, or maybe I can just click the Air Cutter and apply good offensive pressure between that and Volt Switch in itself, and not have to risk the Hurricane. We are running Yachi Berry this week. The reason being is, if he's going to be something like AV and he's not Max or Band or Life Orb, we can take something with the Yachi Berry, get off a big hit with the Hurricane in itself. If he is going to be AV, well, then we don't have to worry about rocks. So I just like Yachi Berry this week for it. And we have Hazard Control on our next mon, which is Lily Lou, my little baby girl Serena. Jolly, Queenly Majesty. Not much priority on his team outside of the Breloom, but this is my Breloom switch in. As you can see, we're really bulky. We have enough speed to outrun everything besides 252 speed Adamant Breloom. If he wants to be bulky, I don't want to try to guess like this motherfucker's gonna run 152 because the moon's in its second phase right now or whatever. I wanted to say I'm gonna run everything besides max speed. So that's what I did. This thing is my Breloom switch in. It switches into spores. He could run, I think he gets P-Jab, but if he's running P-Jab, then we don't have to worry about it setting up. He's not running the close combat because I'm assuming Mach Punch could be Bullet Seed, so just a lot of moves for him to try to fit in to really handle this arena, and I felt like it was very well placed. U-turn, there for momentum. If I bring this thing in on the Breloom, he doesn't get much damage off. I expect something like the Corviknight to try to come in, maybe even a Volcarona to try to set up. Rapid Spin, he does have the Clef Key if he elects to bring it. Petal Blizzard, gonna be able to hit stuff for some solid damage. If we get the +1 speed, we're gonna be able to hit Mamoswine for some solid damage. The Alamomola, the Umbreon, even though it says minus attack, like I said, baby steps. We don't have any minus attack, we're jolly, so we're minus special attack. The Breloom could be Terra Rock, which he could bring for the Zapdos. I could see that very easily. So being able to hit that. And the Triple Axle is just going to be there for like the Giratina, maybe the Breloom if he doesn't Terra or whatever, But one mon I am excited to bring this week is my offensive Panther. My little timid Magic Guard Life Orb Clefable. Running max speed, and the reason for that is just to catch him off guard. We're offensive, so max speed, we could outrun a couple Mamoswines. We get the jump on Giratina, the Corviknight, even Breloom, depending on his investment. So anything that I'd want to hit hard, I can outspeed and hit hard. With my Life Orb Magic Guard, Moonblast and T-Bolt is really popping. Basically, the only thing that would switch in, realistically, is going to be that Volcarona and the Clef Key, depending on where he's at, Moonblast, I got to be able to pressure that Giratina. I'm happy I played Giratina the first week, and I did not bring Panther because I realized that's a fucking threat, man. Being able to just constantly drop Dracos, it's a nuisance. So I knew I needed to bring this thing this week. I'd love to get rocks up to kind of pressure the Mola every time it switched in, the Corviknight, the Giratina, and then Wish is just there for longevity. Maybe I get a big hit off as he switches in on a T-Bolt and he's like, fuck, I can't leave Corviknight in. So I'm able to go for a Wish and just kind of keep some of my support mons around, get my Zapdos back up to full because we aren't running boots, keep Spectrator at full, just apply pressure. Pressure. One mon that does help this week is going to be my head game, the Greninja. Protean this week. First time I've ever ran Protean. Really like it. I think that it will really help being able to prevent stuff such as a Deoxys attack, such as a setup Volcarona if he wants to be Scarf from the Mamoswine. It could be really nice. Outside of that, I'm really just here to get up a T-Spike. He has like a stally kind of somewhat team in Giratina, Mola, Breloom, and the Umbreon. So if I'm able to get up a T-Spike early on, that would be huge. Even the Ampharos, I think, could be a bulky pain in the ass. So just one T-Spike is all I'm looking for because I expect him to, Wish, U-turn out, Baton pass out, whatever. Krasnod is going to be there for the Alamomola, and then U-turn's just there for momentum, If he is not expecting me to be Protean or just go for the T-Spike, if I'm able to U-turn out the next time I come in or whatever. Very nice. One mon that I am excited for this week is going to be my RIP Shade Daddy. I keep saying I'm very excited. I'm excited for all these motherfuckers I drafted him, But old Shade Daddy, I'm hoping he can put in some work this week with the Shadow Ball Draining Kiss. Nasty Plot and Taunt I think are going to be very nice this week because if he does elect to go some kind of stall nonsense, I can kind of boost past it with the Nasty Plot, especially on a switch in, and if I can get a +2, +3 or something like that, that could be game. Taunt is going to be there for the Umbreon and or the Mola. If I'm able to taunt that thing, Hell, even the Clef Key, I guess. You know, he goes for a T-Wave. I get the taunt off so he can't set up screens next turn. I go for a taunt as he tries to go for Wish. We do have a good bit of bulk, so we can eat something like a knockoff or even a foul play. If I was +1 when he brought in the Umbreon, I go for the Nessie plot. Now I'm +3 on the Draining Kiss. You know, that could be all she wrote. But just in case. Our tried and true hero from last week. The Tauros Paldea. Rocking the CC, Raging Bull, Aqua Jet, and Wild Charge. 252 attack, protective pads. Running enough speed for the Mamoswine. And this thing is really just here to, again, kind of help with revenge killing. Something like a Deoxys, something like a setup Volcarona with my Aqua Jet. Nothing really wants to switch into the CC. I mean, Alamomola possibly, Corviknight possibly, but we do have the Wild Charge to catch one of those, thinking that, oh, I ate that, right? Sorry, I got carried away. That CC was nothing. I can eat whatever he wants to go for next. I can eat another CC as he tries to go for a Wish or go for a Roost, and I'm able to outspeed and pick up a surprise KO with the Wild Charge. That could be massive. Raging Bull, I felt like was a necessity this week. He doesn't have a water immunity, so being able to break screens is going to be massive if he likes to go that route. Yeah, looking at it, you know, I think he could go really bulky and then use something like a Deoxys as a sweeper. So I just really wanted to be able to break through his team and then have answers to his revenge bonds, such as a setup Volcarona, such as a Deoxys. And I really wanted to be able to shut down stall because I fucking hate stall. So if you're excited, man, drop a sub, leave a like. I will catch you guys in the match. Peace.